Hey everyone, today not so much a review per se, but when I was back in England I was on a day walk around Ennerdale and bumped into a wonderful lady, Kirsty, and she happened to have an arm pack. Massive fan of my arm pack, and it's one of the packs that you kind of have to wear to understand how good they are. But regardless, here is my little chat with Kirsty and her experience with her Aarn pack and various other sort of super lightweight packs. So we've been walking along Ennerdale Lake, aren't we? Ennerdale Lake, and we come across a beautiful Aarn pack, and so a beautiful conversation has struck up with Kirsty about her journey with Aarn packs and how she got here.
Yeah.
So, so you mentioned that you've been from like a super hyper light or like a super lightweight, pack, and transitioned to Aarn.
Yes,
if you want to share that story again, that is a really interesting one.
Okay, so when we got rid of our kids about 10 years ago, we started hiking again after many long years, and I thought, I won't be able to carry, I won't be able to carry now because, then I was mid-50s, but now I'm mid-60s, right, or just over. And so I thought it was really important to get the lightest gear possible. And I thought, we've paid off a mortgage, I can have expensive gear.
Cool.
Not like when I was younger.
Yeah.
So I went for a Z-Packs alcohol, which was kind of almost as expensive as you can get when you add in the postage. So this wonderful, I think it was 600 and something gram pack arrived through the post, and Dyneema fabric and the top sort of stuff. And I thought that would be the best thing because I didn't want to carry much weight. I was worried about that. Anyway, I having spent that amount of money on it, I was. I think sometimes you spend a lot of money and you have to like it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
You'd feel like an idiot if you didn't. So I like it. I really like it. And I got the extra padding here, and I got the extra padding for the belt, and I got all the extras. So it mounts up to make it more comfortable. So the weight and the price adds up. And then what happened? Oh, then I used it for 10 years. Right?
Yeah.
Happily.
So it was a pretty good pack. Like it served you well.
Oh, it served me very well. It served me very well, and I got older in those 10 years. Okay.
Yeah.
So it was very good. Had a fantastic time with it, but then I had a bit of a when we were doing the I can't remember what we were doing. Oh no, we were in New Zealand, not in New Zealand, in Tasmania, and we were doing some quite challenging stuff there, sort of backcountry, and I tripped and fell on and the pack actually was too tight. I'd lost a bit of weight and I had to tighten it too much to make it fit.
Right.
And it was also just sort of digging in at certain places, and I don't know, it was something to do with the belt or the pack just not being comfortable, and I damaged a nerve and I had to be airlifted out because I couldn't walk properly. It was just nerve damage. But I thought, right, it's time to get rid of the ultralight, get something more comfy.
Yeah.
And when I got home, I found this one, which I love things that last a long time.
I've never seen an Aarn pack like this before. Right. So look at this bad boy.
This one, these are newer, right? So these are only a couple of years old, I think. I think the predecessor who owned the pack bought these. And this is Essential Rapport.
Yeah.
Is it? And it was, this is the first version of an Aarn pack.
And so it still has like the U-belt system.
We've got the U-belt, so it still does this, and
Yeah.
I can tighten that and reduce that if I want to.
Cool.
And it's got an adjuster, then I can adjust the height of the
back.
the back.
Frame, yeah.
There's quite a few modifications I've made.
Cool.
I don't know if this modification is needed or not, but we've put these bits of reticulation pipe in just to make sure that this is lifting, but because we're used to that, but I don't know if I need that or not. We'll see. But when I stand up, it's wonderful because it's just made my posture so much better.
Yeah, and that's the whole idea,
I can
right?
stand.
Yeah, you can stand and
Comfortable.
move with more ease.
And, you know, when we came along the path just now, for instance, everybody else sat down and I was still standing up because I'm quite comfortable.
And you were mentioning your training. You were training for one of your walks
Yes.
with this pack.
Yes.
And you had another pack, the ULA.
Yes, I
that-
ended up swapping my expensive American pack for another American pack. It's called a ULA circuit. And I just thought maybe it fits me a bit better, and I'd always have my eye on one because it was the go-to for the Appalachian Trail, you know, in America.
Yeah.
So that sounded like, you know, great, right? And it's, again, I like it because they're very durable, they're very tough.
Yeah.
You can go anywhere in them and not rip them or wreck them, and they're going to last a long time, and I like things that last a long time. So anyway, so when we were training for the south, my first walk with this pack, that's these. Am I going on too long?
No.
When we were training for the South Coast track in Tasmania, that's one where you sort of fly out 100 kilometres and walk back through wilderness, and there's no other access. That's where I had to be airlifted out the year before, and we went back, right? And I took this one with me this time, but we had to train for it. And so our local park has got these steps going up, and, you know, steep steps, and so it's a local sort of go-to for training. So we had to spend an hour every morning climbing the steps, coming down, climbing them, going down. I think it's sort of, what is it, 300 metres each time? No, not 300
it's 300,
metres.
200 steps.
Oh, that's 200 steps, 30, I don't
40
know.
metres.
Anyway, so we would go up and down for an hour. And I started with this one, so I loaded it up with the amount that I'd have to carry on the first day here, on the South Coast track. Well, gradually increased it. I'm going up steps and going, what's the problem with this? Easy peasy. I'm upright. Look at me. I'm standing up. Didn't need my sticks so much, which was interesting, going up the steps, because I'm used to being a four-legged animal up a hill with my sticks. Certainly on more difficult terrain where you don't quite know what's there, I use my sticks with this now. But going up the steps, I didn't need them. And I'd actually had a few balance issues that I would just sort of sorted out in my brain. And I found that with this one I could come down the hill, down the steps, feeling absolutely okay because I was standing up. I mean, bending slightly forward going down, but I was fine. I wasn't kind of like this, you know?
Yeah.
And I do put a fair amount in here. I will keep 2 litres of water in here, 1 litre on each side.
Yep, helps balance out the back.
And other stuff to balance it. So I do load the front up. And funnily enough, I swapped it for the ULA. So after I'd done 2 weeks of this, I thought I better try the other one out because suddenly I've got these two fantastic packs.
Yeah.
Tried the ULA circuit, loaded it up the same weight. Difficult to get it all in, you know. I had to put some things on the outside because it wasn't as big as this, because this is a big pack.
Yeah.
And I haven't got the brain for it. There is a brain, but I've taken it
right,
off.
it's got a brain as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've taken the brain off. And the ULA circuit, I just put it on. I felt, I'm going backwards. And of course, for years I've been pulled backwards. But once I put this on,
Game changer, eh?
I don't want to wear one of those packs anymore.
Yeah.
This is so lovely and comfortable. It's just fantastic. And what's great is it's the first Aarn pack, so it's really old. I don't quite know how old it is, but I think it's the 90s. And I reckon I'll get another 20 years out of it. I might have to replace these, but you know, this is going to last.
Yeah, mean engineering, eh?
And it's nearly 2 kilos. I mean, it's about 1.5, or between 1.5 and 2 kilos heavier than my Z-Pax pack. And I was carrying 3.5 kilos more on the first day of the South Coast than I ever could manage in my Z-Pax.
Yeah, I think that's pretty profound.
And I was comfortable.
Yeah, you were carrying heavier than you ever were.
Yes.
Older than we ever are.
Yeah.
And
that's right.
with
and
more ease.
Much more comfortable.
Yeah, that's I think
much more comfortable.
But yeah, I enjoy being
yeah. And people have told me all this, and I go, no, I've got a Z-Pax. No, but yeah, they were right.
And just how old are you, Kirsty?
103.
You look amazing.
That's what I thought.
The elixir of
Did
youth
pretty
is
well.
actually an arm back.
So yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah.
Awesome. No, it's wicked. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. Well.
Yeah, it's so cool to hear that story. And,
No.
it's just cool to bump into someone on the other side of the world
Oh,
wearing
it's
an arm
brilliant.
pack and
Yeah.
who's had a really similar experience with them. Yeah, that's wicked.
No, I've been getting anyone I meet to try it on if they're interested.
I've taken off my pack a few times and
Have
had
you?
people try it on because
Yeah.
they're skeptical. Like, no,
Yeah.
put this on. Game changer.
Yeah, game change.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. See you.
Okay.
Lovely. All the best.
Thank you.